Hello and welcome to this video. I'm Eva, and in this video I talk about important mental shifts that you have to make if you want to go fruit-based or raw vegan. So the first one is the raw vegan diet does not work because this is something that I hear sometimes people say who tried it for like 1 week, 2 weeks, or for some month, and then they just go back to eating cooked food or back to eating animal products, and they just say, I tried it, does not work. And I appreciate them trying, but I would really encourage them to say it in a more differentiated way, and to say, instead of it does not work, just say, well, it was not my priority. It was not my biggest priority to go raw vegan, and maybe I take responsibility for not getting the mentorship that I would need in order to make this work for me. Because the truth is that the raw vegan diet or the fruit-based diet does work for people out there. I mean, I'm doing the fruit-based diet for over 4 years now, and it does work amazingly. I get very good results, and there are also other people that get quite good results from that. But of course, I can understand when people say, I just personally could not do it because of this and this reason. Because it is difficult in our time to go raw vegan, especially if you have not had the mentorship that you would need in order to take the steps to go raw vegan. So it can be quite difficult, but just be more like, if you say the raw vegan diet does not work, the fruit-based diet does not work, please be a little bit more differentiated and say it did not work for me at this time because I did this or this and this, and hence I did not get the results that I needed for me to continue the raw vegan journey. But it does work if you have the right mentorship. For sure, I had great mentorship, I had great coaching, and that really helped me to stay on the course of a fruit-based diet and get the amazing results that people want if they embark this journey. The second thing that I want to talk about is that you should calorie restrict sweet fruit, and that is never the case. I think people, they talk so much about fat and protein and healthy fats and where can I get my protein, but they really forget that actually a very essential part of any diet should be sweet fruit, especially bananas, peaches, grapes, etc., but especially bananas. And if people say, I don't like bananas, well, there are different ways to eat bananas. I personally don't enjoy eating bananas like this so much, so I really much rather make smoothies, and that works amazingly. So I would definitely recommend, if you struggle with a raw vegan diet or with a fruit-based diet, to eat a lot more sweet fruit. There are so many vitamins and minerals and nutrients in it that you will just feel amazing after eating sweet fruit, because not enough people recognize the amazing valuable ingredients of sweet fruit. And another thing that I want to talk about is just the notion or the thinking that as long as you have a strong enough will, that's everything you need. And this is partly the case, because I personally believe if there's a will, there's a way. However, you still need some mentorship, you still need some guidelines on how to do the raw vegan diet or the fruit-based diet, because it is not that easy. It is not, for most people, it is not so easy to just go raw vegan overnight, because especially sometimes things will come up. For example, social situations. Some people divorce their partners because they just change, they become more spiritual, they want to take better care of their health, and the partner that they're staying with does not. So divorce, or social situations where maybe your parents or your partner does not agree with your new lifestyle, and a lot of things will come up, and these can be quite hard. So just saying, strong will is enough is a little bit, oversimplified. And that's why I would really recommend to get either free information and advice and guidelines in form of YouTube videos or Instagram posts, or if you want to have more rapid results, and you want to not have the struggle of watching so many YouTube videos, then of course get paid mentorship, let it be my coaching, or you can also choose other mentors. Whatever mentor fits you is amazing. And yeah, because I really think that mentorship is quite important. Another thing that really helped me on my raw vegan or food-based journey is to realize and recognize that for me, cooked food is definitely addictive, and that such things as food addiction does exist. So a lot of people, they struggle with not eating fast food anymore, and that's just because cooked food can be and fast food can be quite addictive. And that is why I personally choose to eat as much raw as possible, if not like 99% raw, except for maybe frozen fruit and vegetables and stuff like this. Because for me, if I would choose to start eating rice or beans, etc. again, I would know, because from my experience, because I tried it, that I would start to eat only beans and only rice and only I don't know, vegan junk food again, because that's just the way that I am. And for me, moderation does not really exist. For me, the lifestyle of just incorporating cooked food does not work for me personally. And I think it's important to realize that if it works for you or not, and to realize if you have cooked food or maybe fast food addictions, and to really say, okay, does moderation work for me or not? Another thing that I want to talk about is that cravings get less over time, because I'm now more than 4 years fruit-based, and I can definitely say the cravings get less. I mean, I can remember, I think in my first or in my second year of trying to be fully raw, it was quite hard. And especially if I was, for example, not eating enough, if I was, for example, traveling or working 12-hour shifts or something, and it was just hard to have enough time to eat enough food, I would come home and just be so hungry for cooked food, for having something dense. And now I really make it a priority to eat enough, but it still might happen that I don't eat enough, and now I don't crave cooked food, but instead I might crave more fat, like avocado or sun-dried tomato with avocado or something like this, or dates, but no cooked food anymore. So I would definitely say that if you're struggling currently with cravings, just keep going with eating healthier, because they will get easier over time for sure. And I think it's important to realize that your body has to change and your body has to adapt to the new food. So that's just really, if you're struggling, it will get easier over time. And another thing that I want to talk about is that if you experience that you don't feel satisfied when you go raw vegan or fruit-based, I feel you, because I had the same problem. The first years, I would say, of going raw vegan or fruit-based, because for me, even though I was eating enough calories, I was still not getting the same feeling as when you get when you, for example, eat a huge bowl of rice or a huge bowl of bread or something like this. And for me, what helped me was first to realize that you will never get the same feeling from raw food that you get from cooked food. So it's just a different feeling. You don't feel like that full in a way, but after eating a raw food meal, but instead you feel much lighter and have more energy. And it's just not the same feeling, but over time your body really gets used to it, so it takes some time, you have to push through it. And also what really helped me was to incorporate also some spices, some avocado, some soy sauce, some sun-dried tomatoes, and also some dates with bananas and smoothies. And also, if you have a dehydrator, I would highly recommend to make some dehydrated stuff, because it can really help you, especially if you just go to a raw vegan diet or to a fruit-based diet, to have this slightly full feeling. I'm so sorry for the background noise, I'm so sorry, but it can really help you to make dehydrated dishes for you to feel full afterwards. So I would really recommend to try them out, because there's so many delicious recipes that you can create with a dehydrator, and then is definitely easier to stick to a raw vegan diet from my experience, but definitely it takes some time. It will always take some time for your body to adapt to raw food and for you to feel satisfied from only eating fresh fruit and vegetables and from making dishes. And for me now, I actually feel quite satisfied now from eating only fruit and vegetables, because I eat smoothies and my body has adapted, and now I'm really just craving more fruit and vegetables. So it's definitely, the longer you do it, the better it will get. And I think that is all. And one last thing I want to talk about in this video is the notion, or I don't know how to say in English, but the belief that vegans should not go raw vegan because it will lead them to going, like, quitting veganism like forever and going back to animal products. And I don't think that's quite fair to raw veganism, because raw veganism or fruit-based living is just so amazing. It is so amazing, and if you do it correctly, you will get so many amazing benefits from it, and you will just have a complete different life quality. For me, going fruit-based or going raw vegan was the best decision I have ever made. Of course, not always easy, but it has just changed me as a person. I personally believe I became a better person because of it. And also just the life quality that I have, the energy that I have is very, very amazing. So I think that vegans should not be afraid to take the leap to eating a lot more fruit and to eat a lot more raw fruit and vegetables. And if they go fully raw or not, or fully fruit-based or not, I mean, that's their decision. But I would definitely hope that less vegans would have the fear of going fruit-based or raw vegan, because it is quite amazing. But one thing that I want to say, and that is quite sad, is that people sometimes who go to the raw vegan diet or fruit-based diet, unfortunately don't have enough mentorship. So they don't have the right mindset, the right mentorship, and then they don't invest in themselves, so they don't pay for coaches or whatever. They don't inform themselves enough or read books, so they just get those shiny eyes with like breatharianism and with anorexic thinking, and then they might slip into that area, which is quite dangerous. But I would definitely say, if you invest in yourself, if you have good mentors, then this will not happen to you. And then you will reap the amazing benefits that you can gain from a fruit-based or raw vegan diet. So this is all that I want to say, except for I'm offering a retreat in Germany, and I'm quite excited about it, because especially now with all of this crisis situation, there was not enough social contact, in my opinion. And that's why I offer this retreat, and it's going to be amazing. And maybe in the future, like, my dream is to offer also retreats in different countries, let it be Asia or Europe, for international people. So I'm just saying that because it will come in probably the next years, and I'm quite excited. But for now, I just stick to Germany. Yeah, but you never know in the future. I really hope to make it also available for international people. So I really hope that you have a wonderful day. If you want to learn more, if you want to have a free raw vegan meal plan, then definitely check out the link in the description box or in the comments section. If you have any questions, then please write them down in the comment section. And also, if you have answers to questions that people have already stated, then I would highly recommend and encourage you to answer also questions and to kind of create a community. That would be super awesome. And I see you hopefully in my next video, and a lot of love. Bye!